I wish I knew, Eric. I can't believe, Alex, that that there are people. You know, Alex, I'm like you. I believe in telling the truth regardless. And I was taught that from a child, and I still do it today. I guess there's so many people in the country that are intimidated by their higher-ups. They've been brainwashed into believing that they ought to go along with everything. And that's the only thing I can think of that would cause them to do such things, realizing that people's lives are at stake.
It's just horrible. 2 final calls. We'll let Lindsey go and go back into retransmission. Let's go ahead and talk to John in Louisiana, then Gary. John, thanks for holding.
Hello?
Yeah, John, go ahead.
Oh, I'm still on. By the way, that's all. That's all.
You know what? They didn't disconnect your call when I said thanks for the call, so I thought it was another John from Louisiana. I apologize, or I never let you go. Let's go to Gary in New Orleans. Gary, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Mayday, Alex. If we ever needed your bullhorn, we need it now down here.
I recognize Gary. I know your voice. You're a talk show host down in New Orleans.
Yes, sir. I had to take action a couple of years ago when you said to quit calling Alex Jones to do it, get out there and do it yourself. So I've been down on the island, and pretty much what's happening, there are no armed troops as of yet. Now, there is a report from the Washington AP that the State Departments are considering assistance from 13 countries, and State Department Crowley is stating that there's going to be German, France, Britain, and also the UN Environmental Program. So if you've seen the report from Iron Mountain, that might tell you a little bit.
Oh, no, give me that headline. This is big news. What's the headline on the troops from 13 countries?
13 nations and UN offering help, U.S. says. And it's about 4 paragraphs if you want me to read it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, the State Department says officials are considering offers of assistance from 13 countries and the United Nations to help in the massive oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. U.S. neighbors, Canada and Mexico, are among those offering equipment and experts in containing the cleanup and the leak of the BP oil spill. All right, then State Department spokesman P.J. Crowley said Wednesday that Coast Guard is evaluating the needs of the cleanup operations and will decide what, if any, aid to accept in the coming days. And the last paragraph is, also offering aid is Britain, France, Germany, Ireland, the Netherlands, Norway, Romania, South Korea, Spain, Sweden, and the UN Environmental Program.
Yeah, no, I've got the article here. It's Sweden and the UN Environmental Program. So we've got that. And again, it'd be one thing if early on you have Dutch ships in the area with the booms. They say, hey, let us help you, let them. But it's another thing to wait 40-plus days, not let the states. They're not letting Jindal. They're not letting the Louisiana governor. They're not letting the Mississippi governor. They're not letting Florida go in. Well, how can the feds tell the states what they can and can't do? I mean, this is a 9th and 10th Amendment issue, a states' rights issue, but the State Department is looking, and I appreciate your call here with the info, at sending the UN in, which will then be photo ops, just like New Orleans. They wouldn't let the troops or the National Guard or the Walmart or the Coast Guard help people. All they would do was send in federal troops to confiscate guns in high and dry areas as a gun confiscation drill, basically. And then Mexican troops were brought in to Texas and Mississippi, Louisiana as support role. So the message is only foreign troops can help you. The states can't. The states can't be trusted, but foreign governments can. As a Louisianan, in the middle of all this, after Katrina, I mean, do you concur with what I just said, or do you have any other facets you want to add to that, or do you disagree? He's gone. Okay, I guess the code word to let people go is thanks for the call. I did say thanks for the call, but I meant thanks for calling with this article. Call me back tomorrow, because I've met that fella. He's a good talk show host down in New Orleans, and I want to get his full breakdown on all this. That's a good place to close it out. This looks like they're going to turn into a huge United Nations love fest, where, oh, thank God the UN came, and I bet the UN even comes up with the idea of how to fix the leak. What do you think, Lindsey Williams?
Anything could happen at this point. I think it is anybody's guess what might take place. There's one thing for sure. Regardless of what happens, the elite are going to profit from what has happened.
Amazing. Lindsey, I'm going to definitely need to talk to you again next week as this unfolds. God bless you, and thanks for breaking your inside scoop here on the air with us. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Alex, and have a wonderful day. I appreciate the privilege of being on your show today.
Oh, it's a privilege to have you on. God bless you. And I don't really like to do more than 4 hours because I get a bit dingy. It's easy to talk in the first, second, third, fourth hour, but after that, I get a little bit punch drunk here on air. But I'll be recharged and back live 11 a.m. Central, 12 noon Eastern tomorrow, and back Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. But just so much crazy news. We'll continue to cover it all coming up in future transmissions and at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. I want to say great job to the crew. I want to say great job to all the webmasters, Paul Watson, Kurt Nimmo, Steve Watson, Aaron Dykes, all the people here in this office. They're doing a wonderful job. Phil and Matt Ryan and Matt and, of course, Jaron and just Craig, everybody else. The entire office has done a great job. Our listeners, our sponsors, our affiliates, and for all of you putting up with me, until next time, Lord willing, we'll see you back here live coming up in about 19 hours. Bye, con Dios.